Hello, Mercedes. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, Stevie.
First of all, just want to say I am a huge fan of yours. I've been watching you for such a long time. It is such an honor to getting to speak with you. Thank you so much for taking the
Aw,
time out.
thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Of course. And I mean, listen, you are the CEO of
Yeah.
AEW. You are the
hmm
boss of women's wrestling. So we're going to jump right into it. Forbidden Door this weekend at UBS Arena. You are going to be going into probably one of the highest staked women's matches in professional wrestling today. And you became the TBS champion on your AEW debut. Like, how does that feel that you're just taking the world of wrestling or continuing, I should say, to take the world of wrestling by storm on your first night?
I mean, I am the CEO of women's wrestling, and I do have one of my biggest matches of my career coming up this Sunday at Forbidden Door. I have both titles on the line, or both the titles will be on the line. I am the TBS champion, and I'll be wrestling Stephanie Vaquer from New Japan Strong and CMLL, and she has the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. So I'm potentially going to be making history this Sunday and being a double champion, and I'll be two belts, Moné, and making my in-ring debut, not even a month and a half ago, and winning the TBS Women's Championship was such a dream come true. Wrestling Willow, who's such an amazing, incredible performer. I am getting to live my dreams and all my goals here in AEW, so it's been such a blast.
I love watching your progression, especially for the situation that kind of brought you to where you're at now in your state in your career. So, which I first of all also want to commend you on for literally taking your career and your destiny by the horns. And you said, no, this is what I want. This is what I deserve. And you got that. Like, look at where you are. You are an absolute legend doing this, which amazing. And as you said,
You're
AEW.
my hype man. I like
Girl,
you.
I got you. I got you. And like you said, Forbidden Door this Sunday. Tickets are still available on Ticketmaster. And this is the third crossover event that AEW and New Japan are doing. So how does it feel being part of what is probably their biggest event with AEW?
It feels so amazing because I'm such a big fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's the company I went to right after I left WWE. So for me to be able to win this New Japan Strong Championship gives me the opportunity to go back to Japan and defend that title. I can go to Mexico. I can go all over the world and really put women's wrestling all over the globe and make it known that we are the greatest and the best in the game. So for me, AEW against New Japan is just this pay-per-view is going to be amazing.
I absolutely cannot wait to watch it. And I know you are no stranger to making history. You are no stranger to facing off against Stephanie Vaquer, especially with the two titles on the line, the TBS and the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong titles. Do you have a different plan of attack going into this match? Do you have a different kind of a mindset? Like, what is your preparation process for something like this?
For this, I've been studying nonstop, but I've been studying, for the past 14 years. For me, I'm going to be pulling out different moves that I haven't done before. She's really strong in the lucha libre style, and I am the master of that. I went to Mexico for a month and trained down there. I've been to Japan and trained out there. I've trained all over the world to be the very best women's wrestler that I can be. So I'm going to be pulling out moves and techniques that I don't think any of the fans have ever seen before, and I know definitely she hasn't before as well.
So you're going to come up with a bit of a sneak attack on her is what I'm getting.
Oh, I don't gotta be sneaky. I just gotta hit it and execute the move and make her tap out. That's it.
I mean, as you've said, you are on your way to being the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Your resume really does speak for itself. I'm really, really excited to see what you do. And especially, I know you're familiar with the Lucha Libre style because you've said a million times that Eddie Guerrero was your inspiration. And I also just saw your video that you posted on your Instagram that you made your CMLL debut and you were hoping that Eddie was proud of you. And I have chills. I have goosebumps right now just talking about it because Eddie is definitely one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. So getting to see his work and his impact on you and then you moving forward and putting your impact on the world of women's wrestling and wrestling in general, I think it's just absolutely insane what you're doing because you've been WWE, AEW, New Japan. once Forbidden Door is done, because I know you're like the master of walking through, you know what, scratch that, not walking through, kicking down forbidden doors. How
Yes.
does something like that impact the way you look at your own self and your own career as well on such a global stage?
For me, it's definitely, I always wanted to leave a legacy, and I know that I'm doing that, and I love that I'm not leaving that in one place. I get to leave that all over the world and all over the globe, and that's my mission, is to make women's wrestling globalized. So not only did I do that in WWE, conquered that, now I'm here to do that in AEW. I'm about to conquer that. Do that in CMLL, New Japan, and bring that all over the world. Let's go to India. Let's go to China. Let's go all over the world and just make women's wrestling so global that we can't be ignored.
Let's go, baby. That is the motivation that I love seeing, because don't get me wrong, I've been a wrestling fan my entire life, but just the fascination of following women's wrestling and seeing those strong, independent, powerful, sexy women just go out there and just blow the roof off of these places. Like, I've watched you several times live. I've seen you countless times on TV. You are nothing short of the gold standard. The blueprint, I believe, is what we used to call you back then.
Yeah.
You are absolutely nothing short. Like, you follow the path of the women who came before you, but you are on a completely different planet with what you're doing. Really looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing at Forbidden Door. And is there,
Thank you.
with the roster at AEW is so stacked, the roster at New Japan is so stacked, is there anyone in particular that you haven't gotten the chance to wrestle with that you're just itching to just get in there?
Well, I'm only 3 months in with AEW, and I only wrestled Willow, Sky Blue, Zusius. I'm about to wrestle Stephanie this Sunday. So that's only 4 people. And like you said, the roster is stacked. So from top to bottom, I'm ready to wrestle them all. But really, my goal in mind is to wrestle anybody who has a title, because I want to snatch that. You know, I love the gold.
You do, and you know what? The gold looks great on you, girl. It
really does.
Gold is your color, and I don't think that it should leave you ever.
Thank you.
So we are looking forward to AEW Forbidden Door this Sunday. Tickets are still available on Ticketmaster. Aside from your match, what is something that you're looking forward to?
Well, the whole card looks amazing, insane. Like, that's what I love about AEW. Like, even the last pay-per-view and the pay-per-view before that, like, I get to sit back and watch as a fan and go, you know, cheer and boo, like, with everybody else, because AEW is where the best wrestle. But I'm also really looking forward to Mina versus Tony Storm. They've been having such a great storyline with trying to see who's really the mother of Mariah, it seems like. So I'm really looking forward to that match as well. And they just announced for 0-1 Willow and Tam versus Watanabe and Chris Statlander. So I'm really looking forward to just the women matches the most.
Oh my gosh. Well, you are knocking down doors. You are setting standards. And AEW, there is no other company, there is no other promotion that is doing what AEW is doing. I'm so beyond thrilled and so happy to watch you thrive like the legend I know that you are, and that you know that you are. And is there any last final thoughts that you have heading into this big title versus title match? Like, what can we expect from Mercedes Moné potentially being a double champion?
Well, you can always expect me being the CEO of women's wrestling. But if you really want to get into the know with the CEO, then you have to head over to my Instagram, subscribe to my newsletter, then subscribe to my Instagram, where I go live with my fans every single Wednesday after AEW Dynamite. And, you know, I get a little more personal. So if they really want to know what I'm going to do this Sunday, then subscribe to my newsletter, subscribe to my Instagram, and I'll let my fans know.
Get in the know with the CEO. I'm obsessed with you.
I love you. I'm ready to meet you at the show. Are you coming?
I will 100% be there.
Okay, I can't wait.
I love it. I cannot wait to congratulate you and see the first ever double champion, TBS New Japan Pro Strong Champion, the CEO, Mercedes Moné. Mercedes, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. I had an absolute blast, and best of luck you don't need it. But best of luck in your match this Sunday, and I am looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you so much, Stevie. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you hit that money dance when I come out, okay?
Oh, babe, you already know. I've been doing that since we've been on the phone, babe. You got it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.